Are you guys looking for some fun holiday hair ideas? Well, I got a solution for you. I'm so excited to show you how to go from this to this. Okay, so let's get started. First things first, my hair is air dried. I find that hair curls better when it has air dried and hasn't been blown out straight, and the curls also last longer. So I always start with, I'm gonna be curling my hair today with the Lange Luster wand. This is 25 millimeters, and I always like to protect my hair before I apply the heat. So this is just the heat shield that I'm using today. I always just spray one side of my hair before I start. And we're gonna go ahead and start with my frontal area. So I'm just gonna wrap it around, and I'm going to leave about this much out at the bottom. And when I release the curls, I like to just hold them for a minute so they can cool. This way it'll set them and they'll last longer that way. So on this wand, there is a heat control. I can actually tolerate the highest heat. My hair is able to tolerate very high heat. So just a little warning to be careful not to put it on too high of heat unless you know that your hair can tolerate it. And that's really why I like this wand as well, is because you can adjust the heat. So if your frontals are maybe a little bit more brittle than the rest of your hair, you can do a lower heat on your frontal area and then a higher heat on the rest of your hair. So with my hair, I am curling every single piece away from my head. And then when I get to the back of my head, I'll switch so that the other half is going away from this side of my face. Okay, so I've completed this whole first side. So now I'm gonna spray this other side again. As you can tell, I'm not doing huge chunks of hair, but they're not tiny either. They're just kind of medium pieces of hair that I'm curling. Obviously, the smaller amount of hair that you do, the curlier it's going to be. So when I do these frontal pieces, I like to make sure I'm releasing them forward rather than back. So it gives me a little bit more volume around my face. Okay, so for those of you that are nervous about burning your fingers on the curling wand, they do send a glove with you that you can put on, and so that you don't burn your fingers when you're curling it like this at the end. that's it. I have my whole hair curled. I'm just gonna give them about 5 minutes to set and to cool, and then I'll show you what I do next. All right, so now that my curls have set, which means basically they're cool, then I will just take my fingers and just kind of comb through my curls. And any curls that I feel are a little bit too curly, like maybe this one right here, I will kind of fix so it's not so curly. What I like to do is use some texturizing spray. This is the Lawn Salt and Sea texturizing spray. And I'll always spray the bottom first and run my fingers through it. And this will also, like if it's a little too curly for you, then it will also kind of calm that down a little bit so it's not so curly. Like this piece right here. Then I'll just take a comb and I'll just make sure the top is how I want it. And I'll unpiece the large pieces that are clumped together. Then I like to just take a pick and I just like to undercomb a little bit to give it more volume up top. Look at that hair, you guys. And the good thing about these curls is they will last for days. They will last for days. But I just love how much volume it gives me. Now altogether it literally took me 10 minutes, which is not bad at all. So I will just finish with a little bit of finishing spray. Okay, and that is it. That is a quick holiday hair curling tutorial that will last you 4 days. And I think that you're gonna like the curling wand because it's easy, it's quick. This literally took me 10 minutes and I won't have to do my hair much for the next few days because these curls last so long.